Hello everyone, Dividend Fire here, and we are here for more one update. Dividends received in October 23. So just a breakdown about the video. This video will talk about my portfolio updates, stocks I bought, sell, and any updates related to the portfolio. The dividends received in October, we compare the results with 2022 with the results so far of 2023. My personal finds for October, some life updates, some updates on the progress of my road to 100k, and 10 years portfolio prediction, so how my portfolio probably will be in 10 years, being very defensive about it. So without no more delays, let's start. Quick update about my portfolio. You can see here now realty income is my biggest position, and I spoke about that in my previous video where I do a review about realty income and why I am buying a lot of realty income lately. After this video, you can check out this video here if you want to know more about realty income and the reasons why I'm buying so heavily on it. In my portfolio, I'm down at the moment nearly 4%. I was down more, but last week the stock market have some covered. If you count the dividends received so far in my dividend portfolio, I'm down just a bit above 1%. My biggest down positions here is Tencent, that's a Chinese stock. It's not a dividend payer, but they do some distribution sometimes. I consider them on my dividend portfolio since they pay some distribution. I intend to sell the stock. I have said that in the previous video, and you guys will know when this stock is sold. Okay, I will have updates probably still this month of November. I'll give some updates about it. We have MPW that's falling down harshly. We had Verizon that's been going down really hard lately, but have done a very good recovery, which is a pit for me. I wanted to pick more shares of Verizon, but in a very nice price. It is a nice price, but it was even better price. But it's so much good stocks to buy lately that's hard to pick all of them. Unfortunately, I don't have all this capital to get all those stocks, but I'm very happy with the recent acquisition I'm doing. At this moment, I have 690 shares of realty income because I've been buying very heavily lately. And about my purchase or sell of this month, I just did buy, I didn't sell at all. And this month, October, I bought 41 shares of realty income, going to a total of 690 shares. My average price is a bit above $52. My yield on cost is around 5.8%, which is paying me monthly over $17 per month. And the current yield of the stocks for who is buying the current price is around 6%. Just before we go to the breakdown of all dividends received in October, here I am Dividend Fire, and I highly recommend you to subscribe to the channel so you can be up to date all my progress in my journey to retire early. And I've been very aggressive. I want to retire very early as 10 years. So to retire in a very short amount of time, investing in reliable and good stocks, you need a lot of money, which I don't have yet, but in my journey, I've been very aggressive to deploy the most capital as possible, and I'm sharing everything. I'm sharing my earnings and my salary. I'm sharing every earning I receive. I highly recommend you to subscribe to the channel if you want to follow all this journey, this crazy goal that I would call it. Moving on to dividends received this month. The first stock that paid me this month was MPW. MPW is a REIT that's someone well known lately for being suffering a lot, let's say. And I received over $32 from MPW from the 222 shares that I owe. Then I received dividends from realty income, $7.16. I'm to receive monthly now over $17 per month for realty income. But for the month of October, I received less because I just had 28 shares to receive dividend in October. But for the next months, I'll be receiving more since I added more shares. My total shares now is 69. So we about to be receiving way more dividend for realty income from now on. US Bank Corp paid me over $27. And for the last payer of the month of October, we have a JP Morgan, paid me $8.40, which is really cool seeing that increase here because JP Morgan, the last payment I received was in July, and it paid me $8. Ever since I have a JP Morgan, they were paying me $8 from January, April, July, and now October. I received more, and I didn't add any shares of JP Morgan. It was just a dividend increase. That's really nice to see dividend increase. One of the reasons I invested in these reliable stocks that tended to increase the dividend every year. Very delighted to see here JP Morgan making the shareholder very happy. Which the total for the month of October was 76.7 cents. So $76.7. My record, again, another record. First I had the record in May, and then I had another record right in July, and then next month, August, was already another record. September was a weekly month, but then October was another massive record. Consider the last record was basically $10 more than the last record, which amazing to see this. And this tends to keep happening because the reliable stocks that I'm buying, they tend to increase the dividends, so the dividend will tend to be bigger than the previous ones. I'm being very aggressive to my goal to retire early, so I'm deploying the maximum of capital I can to buy more stocks, which will make my portfolio grow, which will make more dividend coming. So this will be a massive snowball happening. So that's why I highly recommend you to subscribe, because this snowball will be scary, and I'm excited. Not it's scary, but it's just thrilling to see how this will play in the future. So for the Q4, we have so far over $76 because it was the first month of the quarter, and we still have November, December to go. Let's compare here. How is my dividend portfolio doing 2023 compared to 2022? I received so far in 2023 $338. When I compare with 2022, is a difference of 300 and nearly 350%. A difference. I still have 2 months to go in 2023, so you guys can see that 2023 is already knocking down 2022, and I'm excited to see how we get, which number we get by the end of the year. And we will have some exciting projections for 2024 as well. Now let's speak a bit my personal finance, how things are going for me so far. So here I have my salary, which is above their $3,600 per month. YouTube earning is zero because this channel doesn't pay me yet. But at some point this channel will be monetized, and I'll be sharing all the income I get from the channel as well. Mortgage payments. So now I have a mortgage, I have a house. This is extra mortgage payment. So a part of my normal mortgage repayments that I have to do, I'm putting every month $500 to pay my mortgage as early as possible. So I can, through amortization, I'll make my house way cheaper. I'll cut a lot on the interest I have to paying every month this amount, and it will help me also to finish the payment of the house way faster, which is my biggest bill at the moment. And when I have eliminated the biggest bill, which means I will need less capital to retire as well. So this will help me a lot on my retirement journey. My goal here is to invest every month. My goal for 2023 was invest every single month at least $500, at least. And I'm doing that in January, I done that in February, March, April, May, June. July and August I didn't, because I was buying my house, so it was a moment that I had to tighten things a little bit, so I had to make sure that I was everything would go smoothly and I was able to make the purchase of the house. But then I bought the house, and September I was more free of my cash, so I was able to in September invest the $500 of the month and also compensate for July and August, and still add another $500, which total September I was able to add $2,000, and in October again I was able to add another $2,000. So the goal for the year, if I invest $500 every month, was supposed to be $6,000. But I'm already October, I'm already past that goal, and I'm already 7,000, and I still have November, December to go, and definitely be deploying some nice capital November, December as well. So you guys can see I'm being very aggressive to this goal, and definitely we are going to increase the amount of money I'm going to put for 2024, but we speak of that later, okay? So far is at least 500 a month, which if I invest the 500 a month will be around 14% of my salary investing in dividend stocks. Now let's talk about my road to 100,000. So my goal is retire as early as possible. 100,000 is not even close of the amount of the money I will need to retire. It's important to break the things in smaller steps so we can achieve a bigger goal. For that, I create a few steps, 10,000, 25, 50,000 and 100,000 miles, so we can reaching these milestones one by one, and when I hit the 100,000 we create new milestones. So it's important to break it down in smaller pieces so we can get there. So my October's buy, I bought 41 shares of Realty Income. My portfolio total now is nearly $16,000, which I had been reached the 10,000 mark here, and we load in the bar. Soon we'll be making 20,000. Soon we'll be able to tick this another box here, and we go and we won't stop. The bar is loading. It's so excited to see this bar loading here, and we get this to the full bar and make our 100,000. We will get there. We will get there. And for who follow the channel longer, know that I invest in stocks, dividend stock with at least 5%. I want stocks that start me paying me at least 5%, and of course I try to get some growth as well when possible. So I try to get reliable stocks with at least 5% dividend yield. That stocks that have a strong track record of increase the dividends every year. Also with some growth when possible. Depends. The higher the dividend, I can get a lower growth, but always a good growth is welcome and when possible, okay? Now let's do a 10-year projection of my portfolio. So my dividend yield at the moment is above 5%, which is great because the cutoff for my portfolio is supposed to be 5%, so above that, which is really nice. I have expectation of making over 900 a year with my current state of my portfolio. If I don't add anything else, if I don't have a dividend increase, I was supposed to be receiving every year over $900, which is really nice, and this number is always increasing. I have a nice 5-year dividend growth rate here, considering the total of my portfolio. And so just, you know, I'm using this website to get these metrics here, is the Track Your Dividends. That's the name of the website. If you want to check it out, it's quite cool. I like to use it. I expected in 10 years to make $2,800 if I'm reinvesting my dividends. In 10 years, that's the amount I'll be making per year. But what happened is that I invest at least 500 a month, which makes a total of 6,000 per year. So if I keep my goal of 500 a month, 6,000 a year contribution, in 10 years I'll be making $8,500 per year, which is not even close. It's not enough for me to retire in 10 years. So if I want to retire in 10 years, I need to be very aggressive and start deploying way more capital to my portfolio. And that's why I highly recommend you subscribe to the channel, because I'm being very aggressive and I will turn that number in 10 years in a retireable number. And even by some reason I'm not able to active that, I'm sure that all this effort, all this aggressive strategy that I'm doing, if I don't hit my goal to retire, if I decide to not retire in 10 years, I'm pretty sure anyway I'll be making massive money and dividend. And that's, I'm very sure. If I stick to the plan, will be amazing. And I will, because I'm being very aggressive and I have a laser focus on that retirement early, and you guys can count on that. And you guys can check on me by watching the videos and checking every month. I'll have updates, so you guys can be checking if I am following my own rules. I think it was very nice as well if you guys commented the video, support me on this journey, because this journey is not easy, it's hard, and you guys, by being in this journey as well, you guys know that. So encouragement is always welcome, and you guys also welcome on this journey with me. Please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.